Hello and welcome to another Anime Fight Club, where today we'll be talking about Bell Cranel vs Ikki Kurogane. Warning, there will be spoilers in this video. I'm Dan Tildan, and I'll be joined by Jah, a new being of this channel.
Skip it up and that up.
Disclosure, we will be talking about the abilities and tools they have in the show, and will be disregarding any non-animated material, such as Ikki's Requiem stand ability, Desperado, as it is not animated, so shut up manga nerds. We will be listing off the abilities of each character and throwing them against each other to see who would come out on top.
To start out, we have Bell Cranel from DanMachi. His main weapons are the Hestia knife and Hakugen. Both are relatively short weapons, so he doesn't have the greatest range, but he makes up for it with his immense power from them.
On the other side, we have Ikki Kurogane from Chivalry of a Failed Knight, and his main weapon is Nintetsu, or his sword device. It is a long katana that is extremely durable and sharp. Sad Season 2 noises.
Bell also has a full set of armor, along with a salamander wool cloak and an undying cloak. Both these cloaks are basically useless in this fight though, because all they do is increase resistance against fire and water-based attacks, none of which Ikki has. Another thing he has is the reverse veil, which appears to be a normal cloak, however, if it's flipped inside out, it makes the wearer invisible.
Ikki has a cool student outfit. That is all.
And now for the most important part, their harems. Bell has an absolutely mega-sized harem. It has currently been documented to have a size of 9 people in it, spamming from mortals to monsters and even to gods. It is very impressive.
Very nice. Compared to Bell's, Ikki has a pathetic harem, which wouldn't cost him the fight, but would cost him respect in this video. Only consisting of 2 females, one of which is his sister, which is kind of illegal, so no thanks.
To get back on topic though, we'll talk about magic. Bell doesn't have a whole lot of magic, but he does have Firebolt, which can be very useful for keeping some space between them.
Ikki is similar to Bell, in which he only has one magic ability, the rest being skills. Ikki's one magic ability is Magical Control. It allows him to control magic more precisely, and then gives him the ability to use magic to make a thin blade that can slice armor, useful against Bell in this case.
As far as non-magical skills are concerned though, they both have a pretty long list, so here we go. Bell has an ability known as Abnormal Resistance, but that is useless because Bell isn't going to be poisoned or anything of that sort.
Ikki has great speed, strength, and stamina, but this is the least important part of his abilities, as any trained warrior would have these traits, so yeah.
One of Bell's trump cards though is Ox Slayer. This is arguably his greatest ability out of any of them. Anyone would be amazed if they saw it in action. It very well might even increase his powers up to 100 times the usual, so we have disqualified it for this fight. All joking aside though, this isn't actually that good of a skill. It only works for bull-type creatures, and that won't make Bell much more powerful in this battle, so it's rendered useless.
Pretty trash. Either way, Ikki's main ability, doubling physical power, does exactly what it says. This involves his magical ability as well. Alone, this ability is useless because of Bell's superhuman abilities, but combined with some other abilities, it becomes somewhat overpowered.
Bell has extra luck too though, which might not do a whole lot, but it's better than nothing. Who knows what'll happen? Maybe Ikki will trip and fall on a rock or something.
Insight is the bread and butter of Ikki's abilities. This skill allows him to see his opponent's next move based on their physical movements and how his opponent uses their muscles. With Insight, he can use Blade Steel, a skill in which he watches how an opponent fights and learns their sword techniques and fighting moves. With a combination of these skills, he can use Perfect Vision, which happens when he watches an opponent long enough to understand not only their fighting styles, but their thought process, and can predict almost any move.
Bell's final trump cards are Argonaut and Argo Vesta. Using these, he can charge power to increase the strength of any attacks that originate from him. He can charge up to 4 minutes, so a single punch would be more than enough to defeat a powerful opponent, but that takes time to charge. Argo Vesta allows Bell to cast Firebolt on the Hestia knife, and uses Argonaut magic to strengthen his Firebolt, and form a sword made of pure heat and magic. This attack grows hotter and brighter the more it's charged, too.
Ikki's final ability would probably be enough to avoid Bell's Argonaut abilities though. His most powerful abilities include Itoshura, where he uses all of his spirit to increase his strength and speed to insane levels, but can only use his power for a minute, and then falls into a deep sleep. And Itorasetsu, which is a more powerful version of Itoshura, but can only be used for a second. He also uses most of his energy, so he has trouble staying awake anytime after using it, so it is used as a last reserve. With these two moves, Ikki could avoid Bell's Argonaut powers and defeat Bell, so we have given Ikki the victory. Ikki gets the easy dub, the bread even, the victor royale, if you will. The reason Ikki wins the fight is because of being able to copy Bell's moves and being able to learn them and see how to dodge them before Bell even gets to attack.
And with that, this episode of Anime Fight Club has come to an end.
Congratulations on making it through this episode, and have a cool day. You are not required to subscribe, and I'm not cringe or a simp like Arcade, so I will not ask you to subscribe, but you can if you want to. Do so on your own accord. Goodbye.
I, however, will ask you to subscribe, so please subscribe. Also hit the like button, or the dislike button. Goodbye. Have a nice day. So,
Bruh.
Oxslayer, am I right?
No, that ability's kind of like trash.
No, it's great. I love it.
It's the worst ability they
It's
have.
literally the...
It's just...
It's the funniest,
Imagine
though.
a salamander came up to him and is like, hey, I want to kill you, but he's like, oh no, I'm going to use my Oxslayer ability, but he can't use it because it's not an ox.
That's irrelevant. It's
That's
the funniest
irrelevant.
ability
It's
he
just
has.
funny ability. It's like 69, but in ability.
It is the 69 of Bell's abilities.
Imagine if there's like a list of magical abilities and that was just 69.
If all of Bell's abilities were given a number, that one would be 69.
That one would be 69.
That one would be 69 420.
69 420.
Yeah. It's so good.
We need to make this canon. Hopefully I didn't change the arrangement so it will sound different.
It'll probably be fine. Alright, we're back.
Alright, we're back.